Yes.
Truly,
This is a little thing that we're calling Sports and Yap.
Sports and Yap.
Because we love sports, and as sisters, we love to yap. And so that's what we're doing here. We're just talking about sports stuff that's happening this week that we're interested in. If you're interested in things, you can let us know. But we're mostly going to be talking about the things that we're interested in, which typically includes college basketball, college baseball, women's college basketball, because, you know, who runs the world?
Girls.
Obviously. And some pop culture stuff, a little bit. Again, stuff that we know about, we're interested in. This particular episode is going to have something pretty niche, if you know, you know, towards the end, and some other stuff. Another thing being, I don't know if you can tell or not, but clearly the yellow jersey, banana ball. So that's going to come up at some point too. But we're just going to start yapping away.
Yeah. Well, it helps that you know more about sports than I do, so it's gonna be a lot more yapping on this side of the screen and a lot more sports on that side of the screen. Because I mean, we both had base knowledge because our dad obviously played sports, any sport that he had access to, and so of course he passed that along with his hyper competitive nature onto us. And you full sent, and I
like half sent.
Partially sent.
Partial sent.
So,
yes, full send, especially on the competitive part. Like, again, true. I even will go to games I don't necessarily have like ties to. Like, I technically went to a University of South Alabama, University of New Orleans baseball game a couple weeks ago, and the only real tie I have to either university is you work there and you're getting another degree from there.
I am.
So that's the tie. Yeah, that's Jay. Go Jacks.
Go Jacks.
Go Jacks. So the big things that are happening right now, of course, are basketball tournaments. Conference tournaments are happening right now. Tonight is the ACC final for the men. You've got Duke and Louisville. Louisville is playing their first ever final tonight, so good for Louisville. Duke is playing in one that they've been here before. Do you know how many times Duke has been here before?
Well, if I know anything, we are a Duke household. So I've been watching Duke since we were yay high. So it's got to be like their 34th time there.
36.
Oh, see?
Very close.
Very close.
Very close. So they're in their 36th game. The interesting thing that is going to be the main thing about that game is they are without Cooper Flagg. He injured his ankle in the quarterfinal game.
Which was Wake Forest?
Yes, Wake Forest. It was Wake Forest, actually. I believe it was Wake Forest. He injured his ankle, so they are without him. They are also without Malik Brown, who is one of their big guys on defense, and he just came back from a shoulder injury, and he is re-injured that same shoulder.
That sucks.
So it's going to be tough. Duke barely scraped by North Carolina last night, which is always a good time when the Tar Heels lose. Sorry to any Tar Heels fans. But a clean sweep every season is what we always hope for. So that is going to be an interesting game. Semifinals, actually finals for SEC are set. It is going to be Tennessee versus Florida, which is not what a lot of people thought. A lot of people thought it was going to be Auburn and Alabama. Auburn got beat by Tennessee, and Alabama got absolutely dog-walked by Florida.
That's rough. And I know with Auburn has that other guy.
Johnny Broome?
Yeah, the one that a lot of people are hoping gets like Player of the Year versus Flagg at Duke, right?
Yep. So they're thinking it's gonna be a fight between Johnny Broome and Cooper Flagg, who now both have had injuries this season. Earlier in the season, Broome for Auburn was injured, and now Coop is injured, which hopefully will not be. His x-rays came back negative for any kind of breaks, so that's good. But we'll see. So yeah, it is going to be Tennessee versus Florida in the finals tomorrow for the SEC.
Who you picking? This is the part that I have no clue about. I just I like that team, sure.
That looks good.
Is it not Ole Miss? Great.
Yeah, if Florida plays against Tennessee the way they played against Alabama, I think Florida comes out on top. But Florida's biggest problem this year has been consistency. You don't necessarily know exactly which team is going to show up. So we'll see what happens there. But I think the Gators win.
Yeah,
I think the Gators win.
I don't think it'll be easy. I mean, the 2 seconds that we saw of Tennessee and Auburn, they were doing all right, I guess, I think.
Yeah. they were doing pretty well.
Yeah.
They were kind of back and forth. It was a good game.
But you want a good game.
Oh yeah. The other thing that's happening on Sunday is going to be Selection Sunday. So that is when your teams are sitting, usually gathered either at their coach's home or in their facilities. You know, your conference champions have an automatic bye into the tournament, so they already know they're in. For example, South Carolina won their tournament, so they're automatically going to be in the NCAA tournament. Where we don't know just yet, they're probably going to be the number 1 seed. Unless they give it to Texas, which the overall number 1 seed, they could potentially give it to the Texas Longhorns, because right now they're one of only 3 teams in the country that beat South Carolina in the regular season, which I loved, to be totally honest with you. That Texas South Carolina game was absolutely phenomenal, with a little bit of a kind of a personal tie to the Texas Longhorns women's team. Their head coach Vic Schaefer was the head coach at Mississippi State years ago, took them to their first Final Four, actually snapped UConn's 111 game win streak. I'll never forget you for that, coach. Still love you to this day. So Selection Sunday is going to happen.
Selection Sunday for women.
For women,
Gotcha.
yeah, it happens because their conference tournaments are all pretty much done. Like,
Oh,
they'll
okay.
all be wrapped up by tonight. So you'll get to see who's going to be playing where and
Gotcha.
everything like that. The other big thing in basketball is your boy Steph Curry.
My boy Steph Curry. Listen, I don't talk about pro stuff that much, but since we had the Olympics in 24, I say 24 like it wasn't 3 months ago, but we had the Olympics, and so we got to watch Steph Curry and Mr. LeBron James play together, and they were truly cooking it up. And I got on social media earlier this week and saw that my man Steph Curry has hit 4,000 career free throws, 3-pointers. 4,000. And if you look at the chart, there's some chart somewhere, you can find it, I'm sure. He's like a good 800 or 900 points ahead of whoever's in second. So it's not tight.
It doesn't look to be slowing down.
No. Shit, that's Chef Curry to you. And he ain't
Chef Curry is
not
not
slowing down.
anytime soon.
And that's insanity, truly. Because how long has he been playing?
Ah, that's a great question. I'm actually not 100% sure.
I never
should be
remember where
following
Steph
Steph
went to
Curry. I believe he went to Davidson,
Oh,
actually.
okay.
He went to, so there's Steph Curry, who went to Davidson,
Right.
and there's Seth Curry, his brother, played for Duke.
That's right.
Played for
That's
Duke.
where I get the Currys confused because
Get
their names are so close.
Get them mixed up, which is all good.
It's true.
The next big thing that has started to happen since February is another one of my favorite times of the year, which is baseball season. I am a baseball girly. You take me to a game just about anywhere, and I'm a happy camper. You give me a scorebook, and a pencil or a pen, absolutely in hog heaven. Get me some nachos, get me a hot dog. Like, I'm here for it. Love me some baseball.
I like baseball when I have people to go with,
Right.
and when it's like a good game. If
Oh,
my
yeah.
team is getting crushed, I will go home after the third inning.
Oh, 100%.
No, I'm not doing
Unless I am somewhere where I've never been before and I am with other people and I don't know how to get to my car.
That's
Then
fair.
I will have to stay for the entire thing. I.e. the Southern Miss game against Mississippi State in Hattiesburg a couple of weeks ago.
Did that
Yeah.
not go
State lost
Oh.
3-0.
Ew.
It was not fun.
to Southern?
Yeah,
Oh.
but then Southern came up to Starkville like 2 weeks later, and we beat them like 18-3. So
That's fair.
we returned the favor.
Truly.
Truly returned the favor. But yeah, so this weekend opened up SEC play. So all your SEC teams are starting to play each other in series. So a good many teams got in a game yesterday. Some got in some games today. Most didn't because of the weather that's happening this weekend that we're recording this.
Which you might can hear a little bit of the wind.
Probably can't hear the wind and
in the
stuff that's happening,
background.
which is crazy.
We're fine.
Yeah, we're fine.
I
We're
might
so
check
fine,
the radar later.
but we're good.
But for right now, we're
Um,
good. It sounds worse than it is.
Yep. So the series that we've got this weekend, Texas took the first game from Mississippi State in Starkville.
Boo.
Yeah, I know, right? It hurt me to watch. I mean, it was a good game. You got Kentucky at Georgia, Florida's playing Tennessee, Oklahoma at South Carolina, Alabama is in College Station, Arkansas is at Ole Miss, Missouri is playing LSU, and Vandy is at Auburn. And the last I checked, Auburn had beat Vandy in the first game, which is not something that usually happens. Usually Vanderbilt is your powerhouse when it comes to SEC baseball. And since 2021, when they lost the finals in the College World Series to Mississippi State, they've kind of been, it's been a little rocky. That and with the introduction of NIL, Vanderbilt has not been as solid of a powerhouse as they have been recently.
Now, NIL is the sponsorship stuff,
yeah, that's
right?
the name, image, likeness thing. So college athletes can now profit off of their name, their face, sponsorship of, hey, I like this barbecue sauce. I like this, this restaurant, this car, this whatever. They can now profit off of that. We're used to, if the NCAA found out that you were getting money or free, even like getting a free meal at your local Cracker Barrel, if they so chose, they could investigate that and see that as improper benefits and fine you, take your eligibility possibly, and fine your school. Not the donors who were making that kind of stuff happen, which is another subject for another time. I'm not going to get into that.
Which, I mean, if people are making bajillions of dollars selling tickets to watch you play, you know what, good for them. Get the sponsorship.
Absolutely.
And that might, in the long run, for like with basketball, I know one and done. For college is kind of a
yeah,
maybe not a problem per se, but it's definitely hard to build programs with that. The potential that NIL has, because a lot of those kids want to like start supporting their families and making money by playing in the NBA. Having NIL potentially could keep kids in schools longer, at least in the basketball sense, so they can finish degrees and they don't feel the need to go immediately and start making money because they already are.
They're already making money, which I'm kind of hoping plays in our favor when it comes to Cooper Flagg.
Mr. Flagg. Mr. Flagg,
if you see this, if this comes across,
get well soon.
Get well soon. We love you so much.
Win the tournament.
Please, at least one more year.
Stay.
At least one more year.
It
would be great. We love you so much. Anyway, again, if you see this. So the next thing y'all probably are seeing me looking, I have like our talking points over here, but I also, full disclosure, do have YouTube pulled up right now. I am watching the Savannah Bananas play the Party Animals in Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. That's right, you heard it correctly. They are not in a Major League ballpark right now. They are in the home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. There are currently 65,000 people in a sold-out Raymond James Stadium to watch the first ever Banana Ball game played in an NFL stadium. They've got a baseball field in the turf, and right now it is the top of the second. Party Animals are up. They've got 1 on, no outs, and the Bananas are up 1-0. If you've never watched Banana Ball, it is yellow and pink tinted chaos in the best possible way. It is absolutely phenomenal. You've been to a Bananas game.
I have. We went.
What was tell me, because I know my experience with it, because I've now been to 5 shows.
Good.
So since that, counting that one that I took y'all to. So what was your experience at that Banana Ball show, which actually was a year ago tonight?
Oh my gosh.
So it was a year ago tonight.
Crazy.
We were at Alex Box Stadium at LSU.
We were.
And Savannah has a lot of ties with St. Patrick's Day. Apparently they go all out in Savannah, Georgia. I'm surprised they're not wearing them tonight, but typically around St. Patrick's Day, the Bananas will play in yellow and black kilts,
which they did at our game.
They did. We got the kilt game. So what was your experience at that? What were your thoughts?
What were my thoughts? Well, after the claustrophobia from actually getting into the stadium, because that was annoying.
That was when they still did open seating for visiting stadiums.
Yes, you just kind of just sat. You got your spot and it was rough. Besides that, I mean, it was definitely a lot more fun, in my opinion, than a live normal baseball game. It went by a lot faster because of how they do scoring, which if you're not paying attention to them explaining the scoring, you will be lost so quickly. But I mean, it was very entertaining and very engaging. They do call them shows for a reason, because they are like shows, but the game itself isn't rigged.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was a lot of fun. We had a good time.
Good. But yeah, so they are like I said, I've been to 5 shows now as a K Club member, which has been an absolute blast. And if you get asked to be in the K Club, or you have thought about joining the K Club, I highly recommend it because it's a ton of fun. Sometimes we get really cool exclusive like drops and jerseys and shirts and different things like that. So it's really cool. I'm currently 4-1 when it comes to my shows being in person. So out of the 5 shows that I've been to, the Bananas have won 4 of them. The only show that they lost that I have been to, I was late. I was driving in from Mississippi to the show, and I, of course, had to stop for gas and everything like that. And I missed all of the pre-show stuff. And so the next day that I had tickets for the next show, I was obnoxiously early as I typically am, and they won. So I'm like, well, I can never be late to a banana show.
Which we typically aren't running late kind of people.
This is very true.
That's also thanks to our father.
And
they won the show that I was at.
And it was a ton of fun. Kim Mulkey threw out the first pitch at the show that we were at. So that was kind of cool. I don't know if you remember that or not.
I do not.
But yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot of different, and no show is exactly the same. There are different elements of this show that will, like, different traditions that they have. Like, for example, they always sing Hey Baby. They always sing Yellow. At Bananas headliners, now that the Party Animals are as big as they are actually, at one point in the summer, they're going to split. And the Party Animals are going to have their own, pun intended. The Bananas will, of course, be headlining the rest of their tour. And the Party Animals are going to have their own headlining tour. So it will be the Party Animals versus either the Firefighters, which is another team in Banana Ball, or the Texas Tailgaters, which is the 4th team that they've added for this year. Same thing with the Bananas. Whoever the Party Animals are not playing, the Bananas will be playing.
Which the Party Animals are coming to Starkville, aren't they?
Yes.
Or have they already come?
Yes, they are coming to Starkville in August. I don't have tickets to that show, but I did fill out a form to potentially work a merch stand there. So if I end up doing that and I'm there, I'll let you guys know and you can come see me. But yeah, they're a ton of fun. They're not, like she said, they're not rigged at all. Right now, the tour series is actually tied. The Bananas are 8-8. The Party Animals are 8-8. So it's really evenly matched. And these guys are not like rejects by any stretch of the imagination. They are so incredibly talented, and every single one of them that I've had the chance to interact with at the post-game plazas are so incredibly kind, and they're so sweet. Like all of the signatures that are up here are all, there's a couple Party Animals thrown in there, but they're all just so incredibly kind. They're so good with the kids that come to the shows as well. They just do such a great job with all of it. Jesse Cole has built an empire, and I don't see it slowing down anytime soon, which is really, really cool because it's a ton of fun to watch. But
didn't you meet one of them at a kava one time?
I did. I accidentally Beetlejuiced Tanner Thomas, who is a Party Animal. He's one of the outfielders for the Party Animals. I accidentally Beetlejuiced him into kava in Savannah, Georgia. I was talking to one of my coworkers and said his name 3 different times throughout a conversation. And after the 3rd time, I looked over, and there he was. And he was kind enough to say hi and everything like that. So it was really nice. Really nice guy.
The select power of a Beetlejuice conversation, like a
right.
Why can't that happen with anyone?
I know. If I could just do that with just any of them, like again, like Tanner was just so incredibly sweet. He was so kind. I tried it, a little bit later at dinner with Jackson Olsen, and
you were aware of it. That's why I did.
That's what it is. It's like the wardrobe in Narnia.
Yeah.
You can't be looking for the entrances in Narnia.
Or like if you're at work and you're like, man, you know who I haven't seen in a long time? This one person who's always a problem, and then they 5 seconds later
inevitably show up. It's like they hear you.
It never fails. It's like saying a place is quiet, like a place of business is quiet.
You never say that.
Never say that.
Then it goes on.
It never stays that way.
Speaking of bananas, they just announced Banana Land at Sea next February.
At sea? What do you mean?
So they did it in October of this past year, and I was like, man, that is in the middle of travel season. Well, now they're doing it was a cruise. They took over a cruise ship. It was a cruise ship of all of the Party Animals and the Bananas.
Did they
and
play
They did not play a game of Banana Ball. There was karaoke.
That's the same thing.
There were friendship bracelet making classes as well. there were awards for like MVP and stuff like that, so there was an opportunity for them to get dressed up and everything like that. But yeah, Banana Land at Sea.
That's crazy.
Was in October. Reese Alexiadis just hit a home run, so now it's 2-0. Nope, they tied it up. Okay, so again, with the scoring, the Party Animals scored a run in the top of the second. Reese Alexiadis just hit a home run, which scores a point for the Bananas. But since it's tied at 1 apiece, the Bananas have to score one more run in order to earn the point for that inning to make it 2-0.
We're just gonna have to do a video on rules.
They have it on their YouTube channel. It's on their TikTok. I think I've reposted it on my page as well. They have all 11 rules of Banana Ball. So there's that. But yeah, Banana Land at Sea is happening in February of 2026. It says Tampa to Cozumel. So save your money now, kiddos.
Truly.
Save your money now. I've wanted to go on a cruise, but I'm so scared I'm gonna be seasick.
I'll let you know.
Okay. Yeah, because you're going on a cruise. Yeah, you need to let me know how that works out.
Hopefully it'll be fun.
I think it'll be good. So the next thing we have on here is one of your favorite things to talk about, which is BTS.
BTS.
She's fully
Let me
set.
tell you.
She's up. She is aware.
I'm here. I love BTS. If you don't know BTS, you might not have heard of BTS due to their forced military hiatus, since they are South Korean and they had to be serve their military service time.
Mhm.
Serve their military service. Yep.
Yep,
Mhm.
that's word.
Words are. That's such a good sentence.
Yep,
that was
it was great.
But saying all that to say, we have hit double digits where we have 2 members home and we're waiting on the remaining 5. So we should have the band back together by June of this year. And currently, if the atmosphere has felt much more hopeful and better, it's because it is. Because J-Hope, which is one of their members, is currently on his US leg of his Hope on the Street tour. And so far it has looked absolutely fabulous. He seemed, as always, they're all great, fantastic entertainers. He has a track called Sweet Dreams with Miguel, which is currently out on all streaming platforms if you would like to check it out.
Stream it now.
And Mona Lisa is coming out March 21st. And he's actively performing it on his tour, and I am not there, and I'm sad.
The closest one is San Antonio, which is still another 8 or 9 hour drive
That's a long
from
drive,
where we
but
are. So.
I miss them, but he's doing a great job, and we have fought the good fight, and we are almost done. Because it has been this has been since they haven't released anything as a group since 2022. Because that's when they all started enlisting.
Oh gosh.
I know, isn't
Like
it
3
crazy?
years ago.
Yeah. So we've made it. When they announced it, we said, "Oh my gosh, 2025, that's so far away." We're here. We're less than 6 months now from a full group. So very excited.
Believe
Ready
me.
to go. Yoongi, come home. You've not come home. Come home.
We miss you.
We do.
But yeah, so you got me into BTS.
did.
So we're just hoping that they return
They're fabulous.
happy and healthy. They're absolutely fantastic. And I feel like this is a little bit of a turnaround from when I was getting you into Jonas Brothers by force. It wasn't like, hey, you should listen to this. It was, you rode with me in the car because I was your ride to school.
Truly.
And you know all of their songs. You kind of know some of the newer albums. We went to see them in Nashville a couple of years ago.
That was October?
October of 2023, Nashville Night 2. We were there.
We
It
were
was
there.
rare. We were there. We remember it all too well.
We have not been. We did not go to the Eras tour.
Not go to the Eras tour though.
Unfortunately. Miss Swift is
Um,
a great entertainer. I hope she is still taking a nap.
I hope she's thriving.
I hope so. Making her homemade Pop-Tarts for her mans. Truly, we love them.
Because Karma is the guy who Chiefs.
It's true.
Or
At
in
her
my
house.
case, Karma is the guy with bananas. I have a shirt that says that.
Did
too.
you?
Made it myself. It's fantastic.
You did.
But yeah, so the Bananas did in fact walk that inning off. So now it is 2-0 Bananas in the going into the top of the third. So we're excited about that. And there's a player dance happening right now on the screen. There's a little bit of chaos happening right here. I'm here for it. So to wrap it all up and put this first episode in a nice little bow, again, it is the day before St. Patrick's Day.
It is.
2 days before St.
2
Patrick's Day. It's going to be on Monday. So we are in South Mississippi, and since we were close to Mobile, If you don't know about the leprechaun from Crichton, Alabama from a few years ago, you should just go on YouTube and just type in leprechaun from Mobile and watch the news story that comes up. So, say all that to say, in part of the sketch, or part of the video, there is a sketch of what the leprechaun looks like, an amateur sketch, if you will, from the news story. And a local bakery named L&J Cookies, which I'm really excited to try this, has put the amateur sketch of the leprechaun onto some cookies, and every time
I mean,
every time I look
they're
at this
fabulous.
little guy, he just cracks me up. Guys, I kid you not, Dustin Baber for the Party Animals, who is known as the Ginger Ninja and wears a leprechaun vest, is now coming up to bat for the Party
Oh, that's
Animals.
funny. You couldn't have timed that better.
I could not have timed that better if I wanted to.
The best part about the sketch, though, in the clip, is they're talking about a leprechaun that only comes out at night, and if you shine a light on it, it disappears.
Disappears.
And this was put on a news channel, like when they do like police sketches. Like that is the level
That
of
is-
serious that they
That's
took.
the level of amateur sketch that we're looking at here.
Truly.
So it was absolutely fantastic. It's probably gonna crinkle way too much, but it looks fantastic.
Are you
I
gonna try yours?
gotta
Okay.
crack this
Crack
bad
her
boy
open.
open and try it.
Yeah, it's probably gonna crinkle really
There's
bad.
like 100 kids on the field. 100 oh no, it's not just kids. It's kids and adults. Irish jigging on the
He
field
looks like
to Dustin Baber. He kind of does a
looks
little
like
bit.
really good hair.
He's one of the banana ballers that got married in the off season as well. So congratulations, Dustin Baber, if you see this. It was Dustin Baber. I know DR Meadows as well for the bananas got married as well. His wife Mackenzie is absolutely stunning. She's beautiful.
Well, while she tries to crack this leprechaun
Ah.
open, oh, she got it.
Got it.
If you have any suggestions on what you would like us to yap about,
Please
let us know.
in the comments.
Because we don't know what we're doing.
We don't. This is literally just. I'm so
It's
excited.
just for fun.
Yeah, it's just
Cracker open. Oh, very nice.
very nice.
It's probably just shortbread, I would assume. Good shortbread?
Very good shortbread.
Yay!
Very very
Alright.
good shortbread. And it's sweet, but it's not too sweet.
Oh, that's good.
Got that little bit of almond extract in there too.
Oh, wedding cake is my favorite
Absolutely
flavor of cake.
fantastic.
Purely
That was a
almond.
Jackson Olsen trick play. God, I've missed seeing him on the field. Missed you, Jackie.
All right. Well, I will crack my cookie open off camera, but this was so fun.
You want
Per
to mine?
usual, I will probably eat my whole one, so I don't
You
want
ate
to
the
rob you
whole
of your
thing.
experience. True.
Rob me of the experience of this leprechaun cookie because this is fantastic. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's really
Shout
good.
out to L&J Cookies. You did a great job. I got these at Yellowhammer Coffee. They have them for the weekend along with some St. Patrick's Day flavored beverages as well. So, yep. You good?
I sit there and chew it up. Yep.
There you go.
Yellowhammer Coffee, absolutely phenomenal as well.
It's true. True. We
One
love
of
to
those
support
places
local.
that you drive out of your way to get to.
Yes, support local for sure. All right. I think that'll do it. So we will see you guys whenever we are back together.
We're
next.
trying to do this at least once every 2 weeks or so,
Maybe.
Maybe.
It depends.
It's gonna depend. This is not,
It's very willy nilly.
higgledy piggledy, if you will.
Truly.
Just
All
kind
right. I think that'll do it.